What's good, y'all? It's Jay Coffee on the vid, back with another hip hop blog for you guys. We're over here on WACK100's Instagram, and we all know about this whole legendary debate, and you know how Wack said that Nip was not a legend, and we all know that Nip was a legend and is a legend. Even from the afterlife, his effect on everything is legendary. But let me know what y'all think of this post in this whole blog, what I'm talking about here. So he threw up some footage of him and his artist True Car in the studio, who Wack has been pushing heavy as of late. Just yesterday, he was putting another post out and was playing some game music, talking about, yo, I gotta play this Gas by the Game. Fifth, what up with that versus battle? Blah, blah, blah. Me and True Car are going in the lab. He's pushing this guy heavy right now. So you guys let me know in the comments, once again, if you're familiar with True Car, what you think of the music you heard from him so far. We'll have to see how his career pans out under the WACK100 management umbrella. But anyways, he said, homage to a legend, Los Angeles Confidential, which is The Game's Instagram. So he says, homage to a legend, The Game blazed the trail, left a study guide for generations to follow. So it's kind of wild, man. Like, any way you want to shake it, break it down, Wack said Nip was not a legend, was not legendary, right? He's saying The Game is a legend, and you guys let me know what you think about this, but you'll see him going in the comments here, arguing with a few people. If you slide down here to the bottom, just give me one moment. Someone right here says, Will Banks, he says, I'm sorry, bro. I love Game, but not a legend either. You can't put out as many albums as you want that don't make you a legend. Character makes you a legend. Impact makes you a legend. Game's first album was his best-ish. No cap. I think if he carried himself a little different, you would be right. Legends don't post pics and they draw us with they meet out and ish. I felt violated scrolling down my timeline when that popped up. So I ain't even going to get into what that man was talking about there at the end of the comment. But what he's saying about the way Game carried himself, I always say, man, I was a huge Game fan. I still like a lot of the Game's music, but a lot of the ish the Game did was just suspect in the rap game. Like, I could go over and over it, but you guys hit the comments and let me know what you think. But what do you think of this, that he's saying, indeed, in his opinion, Game is a for show legend, but Nip isn't? And there's some more comments here that pertain to what we're talking about. This guy says, where did it go? I think he deleted some of the comments here. This guy said, what album went diamond? Right here he said, not long ago, Wack said Nip wasn't a legend because he didn't sell enough albums. I simply said, in my opinion, Game ain't sold enough either. Just my opinion. I like Game. He can rap, but Wack flip-flopping because it's his guy. How you say Nip ain't a legend, but Game is? What's the difference? So, real quick, sales and all that ain't everything to me, in my opinion, Then this guy says, so then Eminem not a legend since Dre behind him. Also 50 Cent and Kendrick too. This guy says, okay, buddy, but 90% of people outside of LA bought the album because Dre was behind its label, not just singles and songs. What do you say? A classic because Dre was behind it, or just off Game's lyrics. So that's an interesting point, right? The Game, like I said, I rock with a lot of his music, but this is an interesting point this guy brought up. If the documentary didn't do what it did, would Game have been known like that? Would Game have went on to have the career that he did? And yes, Dre was behind that project heavy. We know 50 Cent had his fingerprints all over the album. I mean, they fought about how much work 50 put in and all that, but we know, fact of the matter was, Game had himself a buzz on the underground circuit, putting out mixtapes and all that. He was in danger of being dropped off Aftermath until Jimmy Iovine, Dre, and 50 got together and said, yo, let's put this guy out under the G Unit umbrella. We can push a whole marketing campaign and everything. And Fifth even spoke about, aside from, we know 50's petty as hell and all that, but something that I truly believe that I seen Fifth talk about was when Dre and Dre and 50 told Game, yo, chill, we got a whole marketing campaign, it's gonna build up to your album and all that. Which, same thing like with 50. That marketing campaign that they did for Get Rich or Die Trying was just, it was something special, man. It really was the way they rolled the carpet out for 50 Cent. His introduction to the mainstream in the rap game, it was crazy. A lot of people already knew Fifth from How to Rob the Industry, the mixtapes and all that, the Murder Inc. stuff, the beef that was going on. But as far as the mainstream, a lot of people didn't know, But they told Game just chill, and then Game started doing things and not listening, dissing a lot of people on mixtapes and getting involved in all kinds of other stuff and going on rants on stage. Like, they were telling him, yo, Fifth, Game, you're doing too much. Just chill. Let us lead up to the album. And then we know that album ended up coming out. It was successful, but we seen Game's departure from, G Unit, Aftermath, all that. They ended up having to get him over to Geffen. But my point is would he have been who he is if it wasn't for that first album? Would anyone ever been looking for the Game? He almost got dropped. How many guys have we seen Dre have? Kendrick Lamar, Hitman, all these different guys that were on Aftermath that their music never came out. Game almost was another one of them guys. But getting back to the original conversation, what this guy say? I'm speaking to Wack about a comment he made. I checked my facts. Though all correct, only one platinum album off Dre's hype. Are you trying to tell me those aren't facts? Let's see if we can find it back here. It looks like Wack deleted some of his comments, but if you look at this comment here, he said, Wack, so based off your numbers theory you used with Nip, you really think Game is a legend? And then Wack responded here and said, no way you're comparing Nip and Game's numbers. You got to be like 12 years old to even say some dumb ish like that. That ain't even a conversation when it comes to music, work, and numbers. And then it says, you're damn right, it cuts off, but he says, Game's a legend. So, bottom line, he's talking about numbers here. He's saying Game is a legend because of all the sales that he had and everything like that, which Nip wasn't all about that sales and everything like that. He did a lot of different things that were very innovative, like selling physical copies of the mixtape and pushing merch and everything like that. Even before he got known, like Nip was in his own lane, and he's legendary for way more than just what he did in the rap game as far as the music. Like, I don't even want to hear about the numbers, but kind of rambling on with this one. But what do you guys think? We seen Wax say Nip wasn't a legend. We're seeing him say Game is indeed a legend. And let's be honest, like that one guy was saying, that's just because that's his man that he signed. You know what I mean? That he's got him in the chokehold managing him. That's all about, like Wack is a talker. It is what it is. So hit the comments with that and your thoughts on the whole Game Dre 50 thing. Would he have been anything without them? Would he have found his way? What's your thoughts? Let's talk about it. New viewers, sub to the channel. Hit the notification bell. It's J Coffee Talk. I'm gone.